Hello and good evening, everybody. It's that time of the day, and I should really be saying it's that time of the week, shouldn't I? Because we usually do it on a Thursday at 8. But we're here every night. We have been here. This is the fourth night in a row, or should I say the fourth day? Because I did one a little bit earlier on in the afternoon yesterday. And we're going to be talking a little bit about today, what's happened today. Some of you will know that this man, Julian Biancone, has signed for Nottingham Forest. There's some of his stats for you all. As promised, this is the guy that we've signed, £5 million. I mentioned it on Twitter, and I said this is who we are signing. Fabrizio Romano tweeted it just 2 days ago when we were on stream, and everybody was like, who on earth is this guy? Well, you now know it is none other than, as I've called him, in case you can't pronounce him, Julie B, the sixth member of the Spice Girls. I don't know how many members there is. We've got people commenting in. Lewis, hello. Tim, hello, how are you doing? Nick, bonjour, comment ça va? Hi, Jay, says Forest Ant. Love the profile art there. Hello, hope you're doing well this evening. And we have Jordan Smith here, and I thought it was that Jordan Smith for a minute, but this Jordan Smith is actually the legend. So hello, Jordan Smith, I hope you're doing well. Guys, so we're going to be talking about, make sure you say hello. It's good to see you. 37 of you in already, and we're only a minute in. Guys, we keep smashing it. We hit 350 by the end of the week. We've done that. And it looks like we're possibly about to hit 360 by the end of the week. So we're beating records constantly. I'm so thankful. I just want to say to you all, this means a lot to me. And it just makes what I do even more enjoyable, because I love doing this. But, you know, when people show their support, it just makes it even more worthwhile, doesn't it? So, hi, guys. We've got Big Mischief here. Hopefully not causing mischief in my comments lobby this evening. We've got Kel here. Hi, Jay. I hope you're good. I'm all well, Kel. Thank you very much. I hope you're okay. Gabriel, hello, people. Hello, Gabriel. So, guys, this man here, you can see him just above me, Julian Biancone. Age, he's 22. He's got 102 professional appearances, 5 goals, 7 assists, 4 international caps, and 2 Champions League appearances. He's joined Nottingham Forest for a fee of £5 million. I'm just double checking I haven't got any spelling mistakes. And it doesn't look like I do. And we're going to be talking a little bit about this man today. Not just him, but we're also going to be delving into what's going on with Morgan Gibbs-White, because Morgan Gibbs-White is a player that we like. We've all seen in that second leg and first leg for Sheffield United, but he's a player that is he's in need for some teams, and another team that has joined the race, and that is Crystal Palace, who now want him as well. So lots going on. Will Morgan Gibbs-White come to the City ground, or will he go elsewhere? We'll find out very soon. But I've just taken a quick clip off YouTube, and I thought I would play this. I'm a Forest fan, says Big Mischief. Fantastic. And Richard Dyson says, hi, Jay, this player really gets stuck in. Ask Mbappe. I've seen the things you're mentioning. Yeah, he's really good. He's got that forward thinking. He likes to make a good pass up front as well. Not literally him moving up front, but more passing it forward up the pitch, playing out the back quite quickly, which is good, what we like. We've got Dawn here. Hi, Jamie, listening to you. I sat on a balcony in Benidorm. 32 degrees. I'm very jealous. Well, I must say, hopefully me, Dawn, Lee, and everybody experience the same level of heat in Germany in the coming weeks. Hope you're having a great time, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. We've got Paul here. Hi, Jay. Always positive to get signings, but 2 is untested in the Premier League, or at least English League. A wise move. So before I move on to the highlight, I'm going to speak about that. We're talking about actually 2 of them. Yeah, so Awoniyi and Biancone, both Premier League unproven. However, I mean, Awoniyi, he's got experience at Liverpool, maybe not necessarily in the first team, but he's trained with some of the top players in that league, or, you know, people who have now left Liverpool. He's trained with them. He's trained with Mane. He's trained with Salah. You know, he's trained with Keita. He's trained with fantastic players. And it's hard to think that their experience and knowledge wouldn't in some way kind of transmit to them. So I think as much as he's untested and unproven, I do think there's an element of, well, he's been trained by Premier League managers. You know, he's got the experience from Premier League players, and he's had just a bit of practice in Germany, basically. So let's all see how it goes, but we'll have to wait and see. So we got his pro debut at Monaco from Thierry Henry. Yes, that's correct. Julian Biancone, Monaco. He also played alongside Jonathan Panzo at Bruges, or Clerc Bruges, I think it's called. So they've got chemistry there. If you don't see it, there's a spider web being made by Steve Cooper here. Panzo, He knows Biancone. Henderson, they know Joe Worrell, you know, and obviously Henderson also knows Morgan Gibbs-White as well. So that's an interesting one. And it turns out Issa Kabore also knows Panzo as well. So there's lots going on there, and he's putting together a big spider web. So it's very, very good. I love your vid, says Big Mischief. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Do subscribe if you can, guys. We're going to be talking about a lot today. Hi, Jay. Hope you're doing well, mate. Says Luke. How are you doing? I hope you're good as well. He's a right back, wing back. That right. Yeah, Biancone is a right centre back. But as Steve Cooper said in his press conference, he's very versatile. He can play in a lot of places. So, you know, just thinking in case anything was to happen, he can play in someone's position and play to a very good degree of football. So Steve Cooper's done his homework here. That's the most important part. Morgan Gibbs-White seems to have good chemistry with Cooper, and at Forest he'll get regular first-team football. Will he get that at Palace? Well, Vieira at Palace seems to be doing quite good. I think a player like Morgan Gibbs-White would fit into their team. I think he'd fit into quite a lot of good teams, more mid-table Premier League teams. I think he could do it. But if he's got that chemistry with Cooper and Cooper knows what to do with him, then I think for him it would be the better move for Morgan Gibbs-White. But as you say, you don't know what finances are involved. It's the same with Jed Spence. What's luring him to Tottenham? We'll never know. Well, we can kind of guess, can't we? Biancone looks like an incredible sign for the money as a depth player, which is something definitely with 5 subs available. Yeah, guys, you've got to think about 5 subs available next season. You're going to need a lot of players on that bench. Pardon me. And I think Biancone, potentially, if not first team, which it doesn't look like it will be, he's definitely going to be good for depth. And if you've got experienced players playing in depth, then you're good. 102 appearances at 22, guys. What do you think so far? Sounds a useful player, doesn't he? I'm going to put on some highlights of him now. Look at this. I'm moving on.
Hold tight, dripping lights, paint the skies, all because of you.
Yeah, I don't know why there was music playing on that. I've muted the video, but you can just see above me is Biancone. Just some highlights of him playing. I believe that's him there working in there. Oh, no, this is him here, I believe. Is it? Yeah, because he crosses it into him in a second. But anyway, guys, Julian Biancone, he's a good player. I'm just showing you just a quick bit of a highlight video I found on the internet. You know, he seems to be decent for the time that he was at his last club, Julian Biancone. He's a fantastic player and he's good for depth, as many of you have already said. Now, the question is, you know, how much did he sign for? £5 million, and he's joined from Troyes over in France. And guys, look, for £5 million, you're getting a good depth player. You're getting someone that's got a good amount of experience, and he can obviously head a ball in every now and then. Does that remind anybody of that Benelux goal a few years ago against Derby? That was a good night, that was, wasn't it? There you go. I'm sorry for anybody that's got any photosensitive issues there, because that was quite bright. But you'll actually see in a minute Biancone with Panzo. So let's have a look. And we've got people commenting. I hope Nottingham Forest players what you want. Morgan Gibbs-White and the others. Yeah, I think Morgan Gibbs-White has to be there. It's just a case of can we do it, and also the financial implications for Crystal Palace. What are they going to offer him, and how much are they going to offer Wolves? More importantly, Jay really enjoying the content. Love what Forest are doing building out that defence. Look like we can go defensive or attacking and switch to a back 4. Yeah, I think, and I'm going to remove those highlights there just a second. Yeah, this was correct, J.M. Pratton. Yeah, I forgot to mention 20 to 21 season highlights. So I'm just going to remove this video there. You're back seeing my ugly face. Yeah, so back to this comment. Yeah, they can play defensive. They can consume the pressure. They can kind of let the other team play around a little bit, wear them out, and then literally just go straight on the counter. You can just literally put it in. Whoever's going to be right wing back, which I think will be Nico Williams, you can just put it straight to him, straight up to Johnson. He's put the cross in, and you've got 1E there for the header, or even Ryan Yates out of nowhere. So I think it looks very good, very promising, and it's interesting to see what's going on at that club. So everyone looks good in the highlights. Absolutely. I mean, these are the best highlights. So I think the best thing we can do is speak to Troyes fans. I've tried to contact a few, but I'm not having any luck. So if any of you want to speak some French and try and talk to me about Biancone, then please be my guest. Will Joe Worrell and Scott McKenna last the full 90 minutes in the Prem? Oh, good question. I'm going to ask this question to everybody then. What do you think about this question, guys? What Lewis has said here. Will Joe Worrell and Scott McKenna last the full 90? I mean, Scott McKenna's a beast. How long can he be a beast for? I think is a very good question. And this is where the 5 subs comes into play. So, you know, even if he is only playing 70, 80 minutes a match, you've got players like Biancone and other players coming in where that's happening. Or, you know, if Steve Cooper is dropped, which some people think he's the likely man to be dropped, then, you know, that's just how it is. But guys, we need to remember as well, like, just because Forest are buying players doesn't mean these players will automatically get first team. You look at Larea. I mean, Forest bought Larea from Toronto. Toronto fans were so good when he left. But at the same time, he didn't get first team games, you know, straight away. Obviously, he was on tour with Canada and stuff. But even then, he still wasn't getting first team every week. And it's hard to get into a Forest team, but it shows that Spence, even though he's been playing great on the pitch at the time, you know, we don't know what was going on in training. It was obvious that Spence was outworking him in training too. So you have to put two together and realise that it is what happens on the training pitch just as much as it is on the football pitch for a game. So you could cost 20 million and you could still be taken off and not played in first team because someone else is outperforming you in training and working harder. That's how it works. So hope Forest stay up. Big mischief. So do I. It'd be really nice if they could. In Coops and Dane we trust. I had a dream about Dane Murphy last night because I'm talking about it so much to you guys that I keep dreaming about these kind of things. Every day I'm waking up and I'm literally so on edge, ready for a stream. So I'm loving it. On Mug Gives White, the paper talk is just that, and unless it's said from a few trusted known sources, ignore that. As some of the same papers in Jan said Brendan was a cert to join. I think the Brentford thing was probably real. I think Forest probably received offers for Brennan, but I just think that maybe, I mean, you know, you can say what you want, but like I think there was probably some concrete. Well, I say concrete. I think there was something to it. You know, I think Brentford probably had interest, but for 20 million, 25 million, I mean, yeah, at that time, Brennan Johnson's a great player, but at that time, I think 25 million is a lot of money, and I think a bit too much at that point. I think maybe he's just edging onto that kind of valuation now. I don't know what you guys are valuing him at, but, you know, it's not far off, but I think at the time in January, it wasn't around that really. So, yeah, to answer Lewis's question earlier, this is Jimmy here. He says, yeah, Worrell and McKenna are fine. Why don't Forest try to sign Nelson Semedo? That's a possibility. Is he a right back? I believe he is, isn't he? Is he a right back? I know he's a defender of some form, I'm pretty sure. Tell me more about him if you can. Attitude Dear 2012. Tell me a bit more about him. We've got, I think Cooper is second best manager. Yeah, I think after Brian Clough, I think you mentioned. I think Frank Clark has to get a mention. I mean, it's before my time because I was 2005 born. But Frank Clark got us to the Prem, didn't he? Was it Frank Clark got us to the Prem? I can't remember who it was. But yeah, I think we have to recognise other managers as well, albeit we haven't had very good managers over the years. And J.M. Pratton says, I'm sure Worrell and McKenna will be fine for the 90. Yes, they'll have to work harder, but arguing a less physical league and no more midweek games. Yeah, that is true. I'm going to miss having the excuse of coming into school late because of football, but, you know, I don't mind that. But yeah, Worrell and McKenna, fine for the 90. It is less physical, and this is where my argument for having Lewis O'Brien comes into it, and Michael's just mentioned this. Lewis O'Brien, you saw him during the Wembley game. He was going down quite a lot. Not the most physical of players, but really forward thinking, good on the attack, and I think he could work together quite well with Morgan Gibbs White. So yeah, I think O'Brien, given the fact it's a less physical league, I think he would do really well in there. But for £10 million, it's not actually that bad at all. If a defender can't last 90 minutes, she'll be playing. 90 minutes in the Prem won't be much different. Timothy Phoenix, yeah, I mean, it's a very straightforward answer, but yeah, what do you guys think about that? Do you agree with Timothy's statement? Should they be doing the full 90 in the Prem? Who knows? I think I'm inclined to agree with that one. Yes, to both, definitely. Got us third in the Prem. I think that's Frank Clark, isn't it? Frank Clark got us third in the Prem. Darth Brexit. Nice name, by the way. We've got a man in transfers and recruitment is Andy Scott. Yes, Andy Scott. Yeah, we didn't talk about him enough. Correct. Well done. There you go, Nick. You get a mention for that. And guys as well. But don't forget, I'm going to put a link down in the description now. So if you want to join me, and if you want to literally just come on as a guest and just have a quick word, say what you think about the games recently, that would be absolutely fantastic. How long I can talk for with a voice like this, I don't know as well. So it's always a bonus if you come and join. But guys, I've got Brandon Donors tagged me in something here. Nottingham Forest. So just having a look, and Nottingham Forest could be boosted. So this is according to the Nottingham Post. We've got some news coming in now. I reserve my excitement when it's the Nottingham Post because I run a newspaper locally, and Nottingham Post don't seem to be performing very well. Nothing against them, but I just don't trust them that much. So I don't know why Nottingham Forest are going to be boosted by this. So they've used a clickbait picture of Brennan Johnson for this for some reason. So yeah, apparently when Chelsea signed De Ligt, which they're looking at, they're going to look at the Levi Colwill leaving. So what do you guys think? Levi Colwill, would you have him at Forest? He obviously got us to the Prem. But Chelsea are looking at selling him. And Forest are reportedly interested. I don't know how true that is. But apparently there is some interest there. So would you have Levi Colwill, guys? Let me know what you're thinking. Because I don't know how I feel. I think potentially. We've got Lewis here. I just think the Prem is less physical, but I believe it's more fast-paced football. Yeah, and for me, that's even more reason to have O'Brien because of the fact that he's fairly young. He's got a good amount of pace. He's quite skillful. He's not physical, so there's a bit of benefit to that. We got to here. Good evening, everybody. I am Unai Emery. Don't think Worrell can pass well. I think there has to be a talk about that. I think Worrell, he does pass well actually, but I think there's sometimes where he'll try and do the long ball. You'll see him because Spence will be up on the right. Jono will move into a striker position or kind of centre forward thing. But what I know you're saying he's not good at passing, but I think he's more bad when he's trying to play that complete squaring it over to the left, like he's just pinging it over to the left. It just too much. I think he's much better just getting to the halfway line. He sees someone like, obviously not Jed Spence this season, but Johnson. He sees Johnson or he sees Nico Williams if he signs, and then he just passes it down the wing. Joe Worrell's good for that. He can play out the defence and he can pass to his wing quite well and obviously square it between the defenders. But I just think it's when he tries the long ball to the left, I just don't think it works really. What do you guys think about that? I think Joe Worrell's passing's fine in my opinion, but I just think it's those long balls to the left that sometimes just don't really play off very well. So we've got Jimmy here. Sorry, just trying to put the glass down. Centre back will be up against better quality though. Yeah, better quality, same 90, but better quality. So it's a big argument to be had, I think. But Levi has a good finish on him at CB. To be fair, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, well, we saw that, didn't we? Over at Huddersfield, that was nice because everybody was saying it was Ryan Yates. At first, I thought it was Ryan Yates. Colin Frey, I heard him shouting behind me, "Oh my God, it's Ryan Yates! He scored there!" And I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's Ryan Yates then." Colin Frey has said it's Ryan Yates, and his eyes are better than mine. So, but yeah, even here, he was in the end like, "Oh, okay, it's Levi." Okay, didn't know that. But supporting Nottingham Forest from India. Wow, okay, great to have you, R. Sharma. Thank you for joining the stream. We're in Nottingham, so it's a little bit far from India, but thank you very much for supporting me. From your great nation. Great to have you here. Levi Colwill is a class player, but Chelsea don't sell cheap. Yeah, correct. Chelsea won't sell cheap. They've obviously got a lot of money to recover from buying players like De Ligt. They're looking at buying Rafinha. I know Rafinha prefers to go to Barca, so that's probably off the table. But Raheem Sterling, 50 million. Juventus are going to be wanting around 80 million euros for De Ligt as well. So you're already spending upwards of 100 million. So Levi Colwill, who knows how much he'll cost? I'm reckoning around 5 to 10 million really, because they're going to have to recover a lot of money in order to stay in line with FFP. So we've got Ez here, evening all. Ez, if you want to come on as a panelist, my friend, the link is in. I'm going to star it now. The link is in the comments. So I'm just going to quickly star it. So you can all see that. I've starred it. StreamYard links there. McKenna's my favourite defender. Yeah, I mean, he's won almost 100% of the aerial duels he's been in, so that says a lot. Good evening, Ez. See, everybody's saying it now. You might, oh God, he's stealing the show, Ez. Biancone's Twitter is all Forest picks and vids, but he needs to update his team he plays for. I don't know that one. Pardon me, I've got the worst. Yeah, I've got the worst gas today. Yeah, I don't know about that. So, but I'll put the stats up here again for you all. This is Biancone's stats. Just for anybody interested. And Charlotte Khan, it's as much concentration than just physical fitness. If you switch off all, then you're in trouble straight away. Yeah, you don't have time. You don't have time to make a mistake in the Premier League. You don't have that chance. And to what extent can other players save you in that bit? Because you've got some of the fastest players, you've got some of the most agile players, you've got some of the most skillful players. you have no time to make a mistake in the Prem. So a lot of pressure, but I think Forest players will do quite well in it. Who here will be doing Fantasy Premier League this year? Should all get... Yeah, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about what Lewis has said? I'm all up for a fantasy league, and I've already decided who my 3 Forest players are going to be that I'm putting in. In fact, actually, my 2, because I'm going to reserve the other one for someone else joining. It's going to be Hendo, and it's going to be Awoniyi. And I know that people are going to go, that's so cliche, but the fact that Awoniyi is like kind of the next big thing, in my opinion, you know. So Awoniyi and Dean Henderson, I think, is going to do really well. Evening Ed says, Charlotte, we can get better than Colwell. Robert, I think you're right, but it's a case of how much they're going to cost us, and also, you know, what links does Colwell have to all the Forest players? Because as we can see at the moment, Steve's building a really good spider web of connections here. So Evening Joe, go on for me. I only just got home. Oh God, guys, come on, you can join the stream. I've literally just put the link again in the comments for StreamYard. Literally just click it and it will send you straight to the lobby, or comment saying that you want to come on the stream and chew my ear a little bit and tell me a bit about Forest. Do you know any truth in the rumours of Niakhate travelling for a medical? Well, I mean, I would say it's true because of the fact that Niakhate did not attend his man's game the other day, the pre-season match. He wasn't on the first team sheet. He wasn't in the subs bench either. So to me, it looks like he wasn't there at all. And I'm going to, obviously, it's best that I prove this to you, because I think a lot of people tend to go, oh yeah, but you're not telling the truth, or oh, you're just saying this because someone else has said it. I've got a picture of the lineup in my phone. 80 people in. Guys, we've just set a new record. This is absolutely fantastic. Most amount of people we've ever had in a stream. Thank you all very much. I'm just finding the team sheet. Here we go. So this here, if you can see this, you can see very faintly, there is no, and I'm going to put my screen up here. You can see, try and calibrate it a bit. Calibrate it. No, come on. You can see kind of just, there's no Niakhate. No Niakhate at all. And yeah, and Kel says here, look, the men's sheet was doing rounds. I think he's flown over to the UK, I'm pretty sure. And we know that Sile Larin apparently has flown to the UK. I don't know how true that is. That's JGK Sports have been dreadful. They've not done very well. They said that a bid was confirmed for Morgan Gibbs White, and it wasn't. And they've now said that Sile Larin has flown to the UK for a medical with Forest, and that's just not true, according to Jack Talbot. So it's basically a battle of the transfer experts on Twitter at the moment. So yeah, I think your guess is good as mine. But are we still after Toffolo? Asked Jimmy. Yes, we are. 2.5 million is the price that we're asking for. I think we'll probably get it accepted, if not up to a little bit, because we know that Huddersfield are losing players left, right, and centre. So it's now a case, I think, of them accepting our bid if we've made one. But yeah, we are still interested in Toffolo. We're definitely in for him. So hopefully 2.5 million. Toffolo's a bargain. Yeah, I completely agree, Tim. And then we've got people. I don't think we will get Garner. He did brilliant last season. Yeah, I don't think Man United are willing to sell him on a permo yet. I just think it's a bit too early, really, because Garner's still got a lot to work up to. Tim here, hit those likes, people. Yes, 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 yes. Tim is right. I'm going to have a quick drink, and you're just going to be able to look at this comment. Guys, he's right. Literally click the like button. Oh, I've knocked my mic then. Click the like button, guys. Maybe just get us a subscribe as well if you can. We're literally on 357 subs. So if we can do 360 by the end of the night, that would be absolutely fantastic. I can see people are subscribing left, right, and centre. 358 now. So come on, let's get 360, guys, by the end of the night. Come on. Because I've been doing streams every day for the last 4 days. I've literally sacrificed so much to do this. So if you guys can help me out a little bit. There's 82 of you in. Oh, wow. If you guys can literally just click share on this, let's try and get 100 people in the stream. Wouldn't that be awesome? A petition for Jay Martin to start a football fantasy Premier League, and when we can join post. Okay, do you know what then? Okay, I'll make you all a deal. I'm going to start a fantasy league. We'll start the fantasy league. Anybody interested in joining, literally just put in the comments a big thumbs up. You see that? Big thumbs up, and say that you want to join. So is Biancone a good player? Yeah, he will. I think I don't know if he'll get into the starting 11 straight away, but I think there'll be sporadic appearances in the first team. But from what I can see, I think he's pretty much a backup. But I put some stats up here for you so you can have a quick look at that. 22 years of age, 102 appearances professionally, 5 goals, 7 assists, 4 international caps, and 2 Champions League appearances. So he's got a decent resume for a 22-year-old, and he's joined Forest for £5 million. So yeah, this is good. We've got people commenting. Kelsey, yeah, Lewis, Ez, Russell, Mark, Jimmy. Guys, looks like we're doing a fantasy Premier League. Okay, you've caught me out. Don't forget to remind me though, because I will forget. I think Garner and Davis will be deadline day targets when value might be had. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? I think maybe a bid will be made for Davis. I don't think Garner, I think we've almost got no chance of signing him. But I think Davis is a possibility. Hopefully they'll release their relieve their valuation of 15 million and make it significantly lower. I'm talking 6 to 7 million. Are we still interested in signing Nico Williams? Jordan says, yes, we are. We had the first bid rejected, which was 11 million plus 4 million in add-ons. I think Liverpool just want straight the 15 million. I don't think they're interested in add-ons. So it looks like Forest are going to have to make some sort of negotiation there. People commenting that want to join Premier League, Fantasy Premier League. Brilliant. Help the man. It's good stuff. Mr. Door's apprentice. Yeah. And don't forget, me and Door are going to be doing a collaboration because we're going to Germany together. I booked the tickets. So let's all see how it goes. But yeah, me and Door are going to be doing a collaboration in Germany. Are you excited for that? And look at him. He's such a tease, isn't he? Look at him commenting that. He's looking forward to it. Me and him, we've been through everything today. Just stressing about getting the hotel sorted, but we've got it done. And I think my hairline's probably receded like a little bit more because of it. So it's going to be worth it. Let's just hope that photo of me with the shaving foam on my face doesn't do the rounds, because at the moment that's all I'm bloody seeing on these Airbnbs. This is you're the profile picture for the hotels that we booked is literally just me. So brilliant. And I'm not even the one making the hotels. So cheers for that, Lee. If you're listening, you've made me into a meme and I don't like it. Man's manager said to be annoyed that a fee for Niakhate has been agreed with Forest. This is horrible, isn't it? As much as I want Niakhate to join, it's really, really hard to kind of agree with the fact that the club, that Mans has actually agreed to sell Niakhate for a fee the manager doesn't like behind his back. I mean, obviously the manager's going to want more and more and more, but I just think it's a bit of a snaky move probably from Mans. But I'm glad that he's coming to Forest. Kel's glad that we're going to Germany as well, so we're all glad. We're all a bit glad. Jimmy, keep Door off that German beer. That's if he's not sleeping. He'll probably be sleeping the whole time. I'm hoping that we get some shut-eye on the car to Edinburgh and on the plane as well. That's the hope. Don't let Door fall asleep on the plane. Lol. We will. He'll be doing the day trips. We'll dress him up as a air hostess, and he'll be flying all day. Bless him. He'll be flying all day. He might wake up one time. He'll probably wake up in like Brazil or something like that. I'd like to see Nottingham Forest become a strong side. I think Attitude Year 2012. I think they will. I think it's about chemistry and getting players that know each other and getting them to work together. And that's not easy a lot of the time, because usually you're just buying in new players. Like look at Man United, they just buy players willy-nilly. But whereas Forest have kind of gone, instead of having to introduce them and make it all, build new links, they're buying in players that already have an understanding of each other. So it just makes that process much easier of getting them into the team. So we've got Lewis, you Reds, absolutely. We're flying over. Not quite in that plane though. That plane looked a bit like a kind of like a little tiny Spitfire almost, or a Cessna. There we go, a Cessna. So yeah, I don't look. You can see it there, like a little Cessna. I don't think we're flying over in a Cessna. Me, Lee, Billy, and Phil and Door. We can't do that. I watched Door on tour, and I'm a big fan of you both. Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Do you play FIFA? Yes, I do. Not very often though. I've not been on my PlayStation for like 6 months. But listen, guys, if you want to play FIFA against me, drop your PlayStation names or whatever, and I'll happily join you. Or if you've got Football Manager, drop me your names on that, because we'll set up a little online league. Going to be bold soon, Jay. The stress. I mean, my dad is bold, so I don't know how much hope I've got really. So yeah. Yeah. Let's hope I don't go bold though. Let's come on, guys, have some positivity. Make me feel happy at least. It's more than Mainz 05 resigned to losing Niakhate. Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't, be annoyed that they're going to lose one of the star players? Niakhate is a great defender, and Mans love him. The fans love him as well. The Mans fans love him. But obviously, they're going to want a good price for him, and if the manager doesn't agree, I don't think the manager will ever agree because he just wants that key player in the team. But unfortunately, that's how it goes sometimes. We've seen it over the years when we've had to sell players, and it's just a sacrifice you make as a club, don't you? So you're always going to have bigger teams poaching. That's just how it is. So it's interesting you bring up existing relationships. It's right, we won't have time to allow for settling in periods. Yeah, and this is what I want to get across to you guys. It's settling in periods for when you've got a season this short just isn't possible. Because of the fact you've got the World Cup at Christmas, you're going to have a massive break soon. Some of the lads are going to be playing for their respective countries. Awoniyi for Nigeria, and other players as well playing for their team. Brennan Johnson for Wales, Nico Williams if he joins for Wales, and obviously if Wayne Hennessy comes as well, as John Percy says he will, then Wales. So I think we're building just a Welsh team, aren't we, really? Just missing Gareth Bale. Not missing those wages, though. So, yeah, we've got, half an hour left. And, yeah, I just think the settling in period we just don't have time for, given how close the World Cup is. Alan Tate, the forgotten man behind Cooper. Richard, I have not forgot Alan Tate. Great man. Always says hello to everybody before the game. So yeah, Forest and Spitfire. Yeah, no, I mean Cessna, you know what I mean. But yeah, Alan Tate, the forgotten man behind Cooper. I'm really looking forward to going to Germany, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing some of these Union Berlin fans, because this is going to be a really, really interesting game. Yeah, Union Berlin fans. I know that German football is proper, like the atmosphere is very good. How good is it in Berlin? I don't know. We're only a couple of minutes from the city centre. So you're going to see me and Dor vlogging around the Brandenburg Gate. You're going to see Lee probably moaning about the latest signing around the Brandenburg Gate. He'll probably be on the phone to someone. Well, he won't be actually because of the roaming charges, but there you go. 84 people in. Guys, the previous record was 68. So we've already smashed that. Smashing records every time. Come on, guys, let's push for 100. We've just hit 360 subscribers, so thank you all very much. If you can keep liking, keep subscribing, and just generally helping, that'd be great. I'm going to send Ez the link, and he's going to be coming in. You guys, I know you've said, who's giving Ez this much airtime? Unfortunately, it's me. Unfortunately, I'm joking. Ez is absolutely fantastic, and he's going to be joining me in a couple of minutes. Now, I will pre-warn you, Ez, I'm not prepared to go till half 12 tonight for this. But yeah, so I've got school in the morning. Flying to Germany in a Spitfire is very tactless and very well be illegal, but great fun. Yeah, we're not flying into Germany on any Spitfires, that's for sure. I think we'll be going in a Boeing 737, I'm tempted to say. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit of a plane geek, so the AFCON has been put back to Jan to Feb 2024. Yeah, that's going to be a bit of a pain as well. So does that mean we're going to lose Awoniyi during that time? I would suppose so. It's going to cause a bit of difficulty because there's a rainy season currently in the Ivory Coast in June, July. So a bit gutting. I was looking forward to watching AFCON, but I suppose I'll just have to watch it whilst also revising for A-levels. 89 of you in. Guys, click share, please. Because if we can get 100 by tonight, that would be a dream. We're so close. Will you be vlogging at games? This is the tough thing, guys. Because I'm a volunteer for a radio station, I have certain obligations. I'm there as a radio presenter and not as a vlogger, so it can mess up the licensing a little bit. I'm going to do interviews before the game for myself for this, and then go and do commentary, get the odd clip here and there, but do it all outside the ground. So there will be stuff outside the ground, and there will be streams after the games, but vlogging at the games is going to be difficult, unless I go as a fan, which I might be doing more of this year, depending on how things go at the station. So let's just see how it goes. But at the moment, it's going to be tough for vlogging at games, but I'm going to try my best because I don't give up on you guys. Good evening, friends, says Mark. Good evening, welcome. Big shout out to everybody who was at the good, the bad, and the drunk yesterday. Great meeting everybody. Place was buzzing with transfer talk and looking forward to the new season. Yes, everybody was there. I mean, I wasn't there, but this is brilliant. So we can't compete and won't compete with Dor on at 9. I think he's on at 8:30 actually, Ez, to correct you. No, to correct you, mate. I think he's on at 8:30. So anybody interested after this, Dor is on at 8:30. So you've got 2 hours of good listening, I think. Would recommend Hofbrau München in Berlin. Great beer hall. I'm waiting for Dor on tour. I'm going to ask him what's the greatest bar according to Russell Elstridge and get him to pronounce that. That'd be funny. Dor, I know you're laughing at me. My friend supports Liverpool and he likes Forest more. That's a really? He supports Forest. He supports Liverpool and likes Forest more. That's interesting. I've never heard that one before. If Niakhate signs, Forest defence will be rock solid. Yes, it will. And you've got players that have got a lot of experience. Although Joe Worrell doesn't have the most experience out of all of them, he's got a lot of passion and he's good for morale. So I think he's important on and off the pitch. Nottingham Forest FC, the greatest team the world will ever see. Yeah, come on, guys, put some chants in the comments. You mighty trickies. Yes, it is 8:30 p.m. for Dor. See, I knew it. Oh, that's rude. This is. Look at what Ez has said about Dor. The first half hour is usually dross. I'm shocked about that. I won't have any of that. Thank you, Ez. No hate comments, please, towards other channels that we love. Thank you. Otherwise, you won't be coming on. I've sent you a link, by the way. Guys, 82 of you in now. A few of you have left. Oh, come on, guys. Come back. Let's all have a chat about Forest. Guys, what are your thoughts on the new signing, Julian Biancone? I'm going to put him on the screen now. Just a few stats for you. This is Julian Biancone. He played for Troyes over in France just last season. And he's so far in his career, he's only 22. He's had 102 professional appearances, 5 goals, 7 assists, and 4 international caps. So not bad at all. He's got 2 Champions League appearances as well, and he's joined for £5 million, and he's going to be making up some depth for Forest. Obviously, 5 subs this season, so they're going to need some depth and kind of time to play with. Really, we need players that are just going to be there whenever we will need them. So yeah. That's him just there. Julian Biancone. So looks half decent, to be fair. Yeah, I agree, Tim. He's looking good. And the defensive season may not always be a back 3 with the new signs. It could be a 4 or 5. Do you think? I don't know about that. I think he's probably going to keep the same formation with the wing backs. It'll be a bit of an odd time to change. I think he's just creating depth and rotation, really. But apparently, have Mbappe in his pocket. Yeah, we all love these rumours, don't we? I've seen videos, and he did do good against Mbappe. But I think we need to be realistic. He's a good player, but Mbappe's leagues ahead of everybody, isn't he? Really, we need a dead ball specialist to replace Garner, as Niakhate and Awani are both great headers in the box. And Ryan Yates, don't forget him. He's got to be one of the players with the most header goals in that season last season, wasn't he? He was great. GB looks comfortable with both feet. GB. With both feet, which is always. Oh, sorry, Julian Biancone, which is always a good sign. In Super Cooper, we trust. Indeed, Mark. And as sense, sales figures take big hit after controversial Dor comment. It wasn't just the controversial Dor comment, Frez, though. It was the comments about England that he said he didn't mind. He said, guys, Ez said he didn't mind England losing in the Euro final. Yeah. Last year, Ez said he didn't care that England lost in the Euro final. Yeah, here we go. And I'm going to add him to the stream just as I say that to make it even more awkward. You can follow me on Twitter. Yeah, you can do that.
Bloody hell.
Welcome to the stream, Ez. You're going to be plundered with horrible comments. But I hope you're well.
Hate coming my way. I'm sorry, guys, but I just told how it was. That's sure. How you doing, guys? You're all right?
I'm okay. How are you? I hope you've had a good day.
I've had a busy day again, mate. Yeah, so yeah, it's just literally got in and I saw your live go on and thought I'll obviously comment. And then obviously I've got a mini little fan club going on. There's only a few people in it, but I'll take that. And I thought, I can't leave you hanging, mate. It's nice to come on and I'll chat Forest with you every day, mate.
Hey, well, we pretty much do, don't we, at the moment? Me and you, we've been chatting Forest for the last few days. And people are already saying, we've got Jay and Pratt. Ev? Who's Ev? You've got it wrong. He means Evening Ez. There we go. Boo, block him right now. Oh, Forest answers, block him right now. There you go. That's your first hate comment. Well, it's not your first, but it's your first of the last couple of minutes.
Good job I've been reading the comments.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And we've got a stack of Troyes in one of the clubs in the Man City group of clubs worldwide. Well, that's interesting. So I think it's New York. Is it New York, Man City, Troyes, and there's another team as well. I can't remember the team's name, but there's a group of teams that are owned collectively by Man City, basically, which you'll know about, obviously. Now, we've been speaking about him all day, but Julian Biancone, also I say all stream. Julian Biancone, you can just see him to our right. No, that's the way. That's the way. What are your thoughts? No, it's the other way.
I know it is.
It's the other way. It's behind you. Yeah, no, it's this way. Julian Biancone, guys, what do you think of him? And I'm going to ask you, Ez, what do you think of Julian Biancone? You know, looking at those stats that we've got, the fairly basic stats, do you think he's Premier League quality? Do you think he'll be a depth player, first team player? What are your thoughts?
No, but it's gonna, and I don't want to nick anyone else's comments, but it's a Moneyball signing, isn't it? You know, look at the age that we signed him at, look at his potential, look at the amount of positions he can play across that back line. It's a sensible signing by all accounts, and he's got 4 years left on his contract. We managed to get him for 5 million. I think that's a bargain and a half, isn't it? From what his potential could be. So I'm really, really impressed with the work that the acquisitions team have done, you know, the scouts and obviously the players, the people securing the signature and making the deals. They've done an amazing job there, I think. And I didn't realize how adaptable he was. And I've heard a lot of good comments about him, and I've seen a few good reports about him. He does look solid. Gives us a few more options as well, doesn't it? You know, I've got a few ideas of how we'd play with him. You know, he's not necessarily going to be just a right. He could play right back, he can play right wing back, he can play right centre back. He could probably play in the middle of the three as well, you know. So it gives you so many options with that one player, and he's clearly got a lot of potential and a lot of growth left in him in terms of his, you know, his footballing knowledge and experience. And coming to the Premier League at the age of 22, he's done an amazing job himself. And let's hope he can really shine for us. He might be a slow burner. He might not be one that'll be thrown in straight away, but you can see he's got bags of potential, and we've got him on a good contract.
Well, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the time you see players and people joining teams, specifically in the Premier League, a lot of clubs are buying players for potential prices. You know what I mean? You're seeing clubs asking for potential prices. You know, you've got teams like Man City. I mean, I know they bought Jack Grealish, and you know, he's a good player, but I think that it's also a level of we're buying for potential as we're buying for now ability, because they know that Jack Grealish is a fairly young player. He's got a couple of years under Pep, and he could be one of the world's greatest, is what they think. So,
yeah. What did they pay for it? What did they pay for Jack Grealish? How much did they pay for Jack Grealish? Sorry,
100 million.
Yeah, so you can't call that a Moneyball signing. You know, it's not. He's been bought for 100 million. If they do sell him on, we might get the money back. You know, I don't think they're going to make money off him, to be honest, in the future. Potentially, I might be wrong. He might just.
But more a case of the idea of they're buying potential, not to sell on, but they're buying.
Yeah. So what I mean by the Moneyball one is that we're buying young players with potential at a low price that we can sell on for huge profits. You know, if he does what he's set out to do, he's going to sell for a lot more than 5 million. That's for sure. You know, so that's what I meant by that situation. So that's an amazing acquisition. You know, they've done really, really well with that one. And we mentioned a couple of times, and I think when I was first on with you and Nick, and they said there'll be players that we've never even heard of coming out and them sealing these deals. And we're seeing it now. You know, and really, really, really exciting. I've never seen actually a player announced on a Sunday. You know, I didn't know if it was like a rule in this country or something, but I'd never seen one before, to be honest. I wasn't unless the deal was actually signed yesterday and they've just announced it today.
I think it was because he had his medical, didn't he? So I can imagine he's probably had his medical and they've probably worked on that there afterwards. Because I know you said there wouldn't be anything on Sunday. And I thought maybe, you know what, maybe. And if it's not on Sunday, then I suppose my Twitter posts have gone completely wrong. You can follow me on Twitter, by the way, there as well. But I've seemed to be getting things right at the moment, so I'll take it. But seems Biancone already fitting into the team. Looking at Panzo's recent Instagram story, I haven't seen it. I don't really use Instagram, to be honest. I sound like an old man. But it's good to see that something's going on social media. They obviously know each other, so good bit of chemistry. The buy-in because he gets on base as per Moneyball. Yeah, definitely Moneyball. You know, and a good depth signing as well. What did you make of all the negative comments Militaris got on the Twitter with his bonjour tweet? Yeah, because I saw some people that were saying, you know, it's quite bad and it's just the elite trying to, you know, do that. It was just some really, really silly comments, in my opinion. I mean, it's literally his dad's club, you know, like, you know, and let's be completely honest. It wasn't like it was a surprise that Biancone signed. Like, people were like, oh wow, who expected this? You know, because the day before or a couple of days before, it was already leaked. Everybody knew he was signing, and they knew he was having his medical on Saturday and signing on Sunday. So I don't get why people are angry that Militaris did that, to be honest. And I think people really, I just think it's unfair criticism. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be totally honest with you. I wasn't aware of a criticism that he's received for that, and I don't see where it should come from, to be honest. It's again, we're going back to points that we've made before about but everyone's a Forest fan. Don't get me wrong, but there's different levels of Forest fans, you know. And there's some that, you know, I don't know if they're there for the journey, you know, or there for just the spectacle of this, you know, what's happening right now. You know, I don't know. I know people who are passionate, you know, sincerely passionate about this club, you know, and the way things are going at the moment, you know, there's no negativity coming from the people that I'm following and I'm, you know, looking up to and conversing with. Everyone's really, really positive. So yeah, it's something that, you know, we've discussed before. Ignore the haters. You're going to have to, because you know, it's just one of those things that there are always going to be people with negative comments, and I don't think I'll have to look into it. I really didn't know there was any negative comments surrounding that. I posted a positive comment on it. I could see that it just made sense what he was doing, you know. And like you said, it's his dad's club, you know, and he's not taking the piss with it. In fact, pardon my language, sorry, but yeah, he's not taking the mick with it. But Rentros, who was in charge before, he was taking the mick, you know. So this guy seems to be, I think he's really classy, you know. I think he's doing it well. He's obviously representing his dad and he's representing the club, but he's not disgracing us in any way, shape or form from what I've seen. But again, everything's down to opinions. We're allowed to have different opinions and we should discuss it, because that's the only way we'll ever come to any sort of, you know, agreements or disagreements. But people shouldn't be shut down, and you know, it's just too easy to do it. And that's, like I say, I'll go back to why I'm not a big fan of Twitter. You know, I've gone on there to help promote, you know, you guys and everything else as well. And I love football and I love Forest. And last time I was on there was probably about 8 years ago, when, you know, we were probably going through a bit of a purple patch. In fact, no, it was back to when Billy, because I used to meet Billy quite often, and I got back. I met him on a couple of occasions, so I used to post all that sort of stuff when I was on Twitter before. So we're going back 10, 12 years when I was last on that platform. But it can be quite toxic, you know, but there's no doubt it's a toxic platform, and you know, the things that were said, I just think we're out of order, because it's like, well, it's actually his dad's club. His dad spent his money on it. You know, to think someone can own a club is incredible, and but you know, to think that people are criticizing them for doing what they want to do with that club and not even affecting the club in a bad way. I just don't understand. And Russell said he thought it was crap. People accusing him of being like Fawaz, completely unfounded and ridiculous. But on a more positive note, we've got an Everton fan in. Good evening to you all, Everton fan. Just thought I'd welcome you back to the Prem, where you belong. Great football club, history, great club, and I hope you stay up this season. What a job Cooper has done. Thank you very much, Rico63. Guys, do subscribe if you can. You know, we've just hit 360 subscribers. So I don't know how much we were on when we were last streaming, which was only yesterday, wasn't it? 340 Well, no, you were under 340 and you wanted 340 by the end of that day. We got it. And I think you got 345 or 346. But no, fantastic. Please keep doing it, guys. And sharing really helps. So share on your media platforms, social media platforms. It really helps get the message out. He's doing amazing things. Don't forget that he's 16 years old, and he's doing this, and I'll support him all the way. And anytime you need a handmate and I can help, I would definitely jump on with you, because it's hard being on your own, talking for that long. Your throat gets dry, you run out of things to say if people don't comment. But the great thing is, and what we've seen certainly over the last few streams, is the engagement on the chat has been fantastic.
Unreal.
So guys, keep asking questions and keep posting your comments on there, because it really helps Jamie to grow his channel. And you never know, I might join him one day.
Hey, listen, we've got 93 people in. This is absolutely unreal, guys. We the most we did last time. It's record today. I said to my mum before I came on stream, I said, guys, come on, guys, 100. We're literally 6 off 100. Please share. We're so close. And people, oh God, there's some of these comments. And we've got Kel here. It was ridiculous. Yeah, about the Militaris. 97, guys. We're so close. What about Cristiano? Oh, wouldn't you? No, not for me. Steve Cooper likes a team of, a team. He doesn't like a group of individuals, Yeah,
I agree with you. But you know what? Cristiano is one of those that actually brings players together. And this is what I say. I think, like I've said, Liverpool were the team that I hated growing up, and purely because of my situation. Every single one of my friends was a Liverpool fan. My older brother was a Liverpool fan, so I was the only Forest fan amongst like 9 or 10 Liverpool fans. So from my own experience, that's why Liverpool are the team that I hate. But since we've not been facing them for the last 20 odd years, that hate has slowly dissipated. And like I said, Klopp actually made me like him a little bit, because he's a fantastic manager, and I do think there's a lot of similarities between him and Cooper, and certainly in their management style. They know how to get the best out of people, and people, like I said before, I'd love to work for Cooper, in any capacity, it'd be amazing, wouldn't he? And he'd be any job that he did, because he's just that kind of person, he's a real people's person, man of the people. So he's fantastic. But yeah, definitely, guys, keep doing what you're doing, and help us get to few subscribers for sure. But yeah, let's see if we can get to.
Let's do it. I mean, I'm wanting 400 next week. This is what we're going to aim for. Because sorry, there's a plane going over. As you can probably hear, it's not me farting, I promise. We've got 90 people in, and guys, we may next season. I'm going to be doing loads of interviews and stuff. Who knows? We might get one with Steve Cooper at some point. I'm trying to work on getting interviews with players and managers and stuff if we can. I'm working into press conferences. Not easy to do, but we're working on it. So bear with me, guys. And we've got Tim Shipman, wise beyond his years. Thank you very much. You should hear my music. If you want to listen, I'm live on the radio tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning on Nottingham Hospital's radio. So have a listen to that if you want. Any updates on midfielders? Yeah, Morgan Gibbs-White, there's no bid. I don't know. I think the Aribo situation's gone quiet. Maitland Miles situation's gone very quiet. But I think Lewis O'Brien is the one that everybody's talking about. So, I'm just going to quickly share some of these comments. Thank you all very much for people sharing. Thank you very much, Russell, for sharing to the Gibraltar WhatsApp group. It means a lot. Thank you so much, Robert, for texting your CPL mates for that. And let's talk a little bit about Lewis O'Brien, guys. What do you think of Lewis O'Brien? Do you think he's worth 10 million? And I'm going to ask you the question, as from seeing him, in my opinion, I think he's good for the Prem because he's not too physical, and he can play forward quickly. He can make good passes, and he's got a good vision. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think he's the right player that Forest need in midfield, or do you think he's another player that Forest need in midfield? Obviously, they need to sign more, but for 10 million, do you think he's the right man?
So I don't know too much about it. So I was just trying to catch up with the news actually when I got in, and I saw his name mentioned, but I didn't actually see what the bid was or what the value is. But 10 million seems a little steep for me. I don't know how many years he's got left on his contract at Huddersfield. He might have signed a new one recently, and that might. But 10 million seems a little steep. But he's certainly a good player, and it's certainly one that I looked at. But 100%, if we were in the Championship, 100% I would have gone for him. Because he's just that kind of diminutive player that he's and box to box. He seems to have bags of energy, very good close control, reminds me a bit of Thiago Silva when he was with us. You know, he's very good on the ball, wins free kicks in, you know, dangerous positions, which is always important if you know, got good free kick takers. And that'll be interesting for next season. We'll see, because obviously it doesn't look like we'll have Garner, so it'll be interesting to see who our free kick taker is. But I'm sure we'll sign a specialist amongst one of the players that we do sign.
Yeah, definitely. I really like Thiago Silva. I think someone's mentioned him there. I mean, I don't know if it's the same Silva, but and the other midfielder from Olympiacos. Look, my opinion on the whole Olympiacos thing is, as much as I love Olympiacos, we've got to start looking elsewhere for transfers, because we've made that mistake.
I know,
as much
I
as there's
agree.
good players, but
I do agree with you, but they didn't send us their top players. You know, they couldn't send us their top players are on 60, 70, 80 grand a week, you know. But they sold 3 very good players to Premier League teams. I've heard someone mention that if it was us, if we were in the Premier League, they would have come to us, you know. So they have got talent. You got to bear in mind, they've been a Champions League team. Yes, their domestic league isn't the strongest, but they're decent in the Champions League, and they've had to have a competitive team to be able to play in that league, you know, consistently. So I think they have got some talent there. There's definitely some talent there, and it is a potential avenue that we've got, but obviously not one that we should be relying on, you know. But it's a backup, and it's a great one to have a backup too, to be honest. And I think if we did a bit more research on their players, we'd see that there's some quality amongst their squad, and I'm sure some of it would be good enough for the Premier League, you know. So I wouldn't totally rule that out, but again, like I said, more as a backup than you know, a main source, because I think they've got their list. They know who they want to go for. I'm not worried about some of it going quiet, because that doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. Because not everything needs to be out in the open, you know. So even those in the know, they have to rely on sources leaking them information, you know. And if they're not that information isn't leaked and it's kept tight, doesn't mean that the deal's not going ahead, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't read too much into not hearing too much. I do hope we get Morgan Gibbs-White, and I think he wants to come to us. More than anything, you can have 10 clubs going for you, but if you've got your pick and you have the ability to choose, I think you choose us. Unless somebody like Liverpool comes in, you know, unless one of the top 6 comes in for him, I don't see anyone else we should lose out to be honest.
But equally though, I mean, as much as you as a player, I'm sure, as if you were playing midfielder now, right? Okay, let's just imagine you're Morgan Gibbs-White. Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, they all come for you, and then you've got Forest there as well. These are what you're getting offered. At Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool, you're getting essentially no game time. Likelihood is you'll be getting sent out on loan, you know. Another club will be paying you wages. You're basically not at the club, you know, and the chance of you sitting on the bench is low. You don't want to be sitting on the bench. You want to be getting game time. So there's an element of logic, and he can think for himself, and he can. And I think people need to realise it's as much as the players as it is the team as well. You know, the team have a massive impact on where he goes, but he's also got to make that decision as well. You know what I mean?
And and that's absolutely based on his drive and determination, because no doubt let's just say, for example, it was choice between us and Chelsea. Chelsea, they're in London. He's going to probably get better wages, but like you said, he's probably going to be sat on their bench or loaned out somewhere else. Now, is he happy with the money and being loaned out, or will he take less money and, you know, pretty much guarantee he's going to get game time and further his career? Now, at his age, I'd like to think the money wouldn't be the deciding factor for me if I was him. Playing would be. You'd think you'd want to get the game time. It's not as if he's not going to get paid decent money at Forest, you know, but it might not be the 80, 90 million. But you know, we're throwing figures out there, but we don't really know. But yeah, if it was a difference in wages, I'd take less wages with a guarantee of more game time. Definitely at his age. At his age, absolutely.
It's an important part in your career. You know, you're young. You've got a lot of time ahead of you. We've got 100 people in the stream, guys. We've done it. Guys, wow, we've done it. And I took a photo of it. So, guys, thank you so much, Ez. You're a legend, because you've made this happen as well. Guys, you guys sharing this have made this happen. And we've got John here that says, great show, Jay. Thank you, John. And what do you think about the Canadian international? I don't really know much about Saul Larin. I know he's done all right at Besiktas, but like, I know that the stories are nonsense. That's what I do know, though. Stories are complete nonsense. JGK Sports, really not very reliable, unfortunately. So I won't be sharing any of their stuff, because I shared some stuff in the past and I thought they're decent, but I hate to say it because I don't want to bring anyone down, but they are making it up.
A bit flaky,
Yeah.
you know. Some of it's solid, some of it's not so good.
Unless it's literally completely signed and confirmed, unfortunately, I just think it's made up. The Niakhate deal went quiet, even looked completely off the table at one point. It did, but I suppose that's why you need to just, you know, keep quiet and just let the negotiators do their jobs.
And keep the faith, and we've got to be patient. You know, as fans, we've got to be patient. I know we're impatient because we've, like most of us, haven't. Well, even though I've seen us in the Premier League, there was nothing like this. There was nothing like this. You know, the first time we went up under Frank Clark, it was not like this. You know, we got a few players, and Brian Roy was a key signing that summer. I think we'd already signed Lars Bohinen prior to getting into the Premier League, but yeah, no, Brian Roy was a key signing that summer, and he just played in the USA World Cup and did fairly decent. We thought, how we getting a Dutch international who just played in the World Cup coming to Forest, and that was a massive deal. And I think he paid $4.5 million or something like that for him. Scored on his debut, and he just had an amazing partnership with Collymore, and that was, like I said, one of the most exciting seasons I've ever seen us play. You know, and that was our first season back in the Premier League. You know, our first attempt.
You know, the best thing we can do as a club, and, you know, it's great because we're hearing stories that you've got, you know, of great players, you know, and international players, which Forest now have a good few of and could potentially soon have more. It's just great to see that we've got such a long history of having such good players, and now we're bringing them in. And, you know, perhaps there's going to be players that you won't know who they are, like Biancone, but perhaps next season Biancone could be our best player. You just don't know. You know, you just don't know. And you know, and there's a lot going on behind the scenes. And as Mark says, Morgan Gibbs White wants to buy Palace and our arch rivals Southampton. I think he would want to come to us instead of, you know, I've talked about the settling in period, because he wouldn't need much of a settling in period at Forest. He knows a lot of the lads from the under-21s, so there's a good thing going on there. Is there anyone else, if you want to know about Olympiacos? Yeah, guys, please. This is actually, very good point.
Yeah, they're a great channel. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah,
Gate 7 International.
And I mentioned them before as well. They had the interview with Paul Taylor, didn't they?
Yes.
The live Paul Taylor, and we watched that. Yeah, no, they're brilliant. They so, and the English speaking as well. You know, so you can follow them and get some news players and our sister club or brother club, whatever you want to call them, but they're definitely part of the family anyway.
Our great friends over in Greece, guys. Gate 7 International. Go and drop them a subscribe, because I mean, I'd love to go on Gate 7 one day. That'd be cool. We've got Stanhope's away days. Stan, I can see you in front of Sheffield United, Bramall Lane. I've watched you on Door on Tour. You know, if you want to come and join me, obviously not tonight because of the fact we're about 10 minutes in.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're not far off going now, guys. About 10 more minutes, and then we're going to pass you over to Door. Stanhope's away days. Just get in contact with me. I'm Jamie Martin on Twitter. I think you've got me on Twitter. Just drop me a message. I'd love to have you on the stream because, you did some awesome punditry almost on Door on Tour. So that was cool. Tim, loving the emoji. 100. Let's go. Shared into a Facebook group. 6.8k people. Wow, Cal, you've really done us a favour there. Cal, big thumbs up. Thank you. Mark, look at this, guys. Come on, guys. Put in the 100 emoji in the comments. Let's get a flood of 100 emojis to celebrate hitting 100 viewers in a stream. I don't know how many streams we're on now, to be honest, Des. I think if I'm having a look through YouTube now, we're on 362 subscribers. So, guys, if we can make 365 by the end of the night, I'd be very happy. We are currently on, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th stream. This is the 7th stream. So we only got it last Friday. So this week has felt like the longest week, and that's not because of this. This is because of exams, but they're all over now. So you best believe someone's going to be the best thing ever. Just brought out my newsflash video if you wanted to check that out. Liking how many people are support for your video here. Our fan base is ace. Stanhope, if you just literally want to chuck over your YouTube link in the comments, I'm more than happy to shout that out and pin it.
Love, subscribe to Liam as well. He's got a good channel. You know, he's just building. We're all building. You know, so yeah, support everyone and let's grow together. You know, it's the best way.
Absolutely. And Liam, look, if you want to get involved, and Jay and Brown, I'm so sorry that you couldn't find that link. I think I did star it. I don't know how that works. I'm still trying to work it out.
I'll be honest. Whenever you've said that, I've never been able to find it. So
Right.
that's why I've asked you to send it me through DM or something.
Okay.
I don't know why it doesn't show. It doesn't. I thought it was just me that it doesn't show for. But I don't know if there's a way of putting it into the chat.
I'm going to speak to Dor because usually you can see his pinned comments. So I'm going to speak to him and ask him how he can do that. I'm so sorry, Jay and Pran, that I couldn't do that tonight. But yeah, I'm going to look at working on that as well. Ben, evening all. Oh, Ben, I'm so.
Ben. Oh, you just timed out, mate. Oh, you can't leave it with me. I'll ruin your channel. Come back.
Yes. Oh, was I glitching then?
Yeah, you were properly. I was talking. It wasn't good.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that. That was a bit of a glitch on my behalf. So sorry.
Did we lose any viewers?
Well, we've still got 93. I'll take it. Sorry about that, guys. My thing's still kind of getting used to it. There we go. So sorry about that. There we go. We're back to it now. So I'm just showing you some. Look at me and Ez, look at us. And Biancone is just above us, playing some awesome football. You can see Panzo. I think that's him. Look in the back left. Look, the video stopped perfectly. Look, guys, you can see Panzo just there, in the very back left where my cursor is, if you can see that. But yeah, guys, sorry about that brief Wi-Fi glitch. It's the Ez show, lol. Stop it! Don't say that. Don't say that. Nick, Jamie, you can put it in the chat. I know. I'm just working out how to pin it because my tech knowledge is not as good as Doors on this one because he introduced me to this one. We're getting there. Yeah, we are getting there. Was it good in some part for the first game of the 70-78 season? Wow. Forest went on to win 3-1. Of course, they're a good team, aren't they? They were doing good. The viewers are leaving when Jamie froze. Whoopsies.
I know. I noticed.
I saw that. It went down to 82 for a minute, and I was like, oh dear. I thought, well, can't we go to Doors already? God. Forest could do a double signing for 2 players for Huddersfield Town. Yeah, combined estimate worth of around 12.5 to 13.5 mil. I'll get more views for you from South Africa. Wow. Sean, amazing. Yeah, please do. I'd love to go on tour to South Africa. A Door on tour and friends to South Africa video would be awesome, wouldn't it? 363 subs. I reckon you'll hit 500 before the start of the season. That would be awesome.
Yeah, no, that's something to aim for. Definitely. Let's challenge. Let's go for it.
Should we do it, guys? We're on 363 subs. Let's go for 500 before the start of the season. Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. I think we can do it. And I think when the Germany video comes out of me and Dora on tour, which I'm going to spend a lot of time editing, probably on the way there and back from Scotland, because we've got to leave from Edinburgh. That's going to be really horrible, that is. Don't worry, the van is going to be stocked with whiskey. We are going to be asleep. I was at the Everton game as well. What a brilliant start to that season. Many years before I was born. We got that. Lewis O'Brien is quality. I think he could easily make up the step up in the Prem. Lee, if you are listening, I've been saying Lewis O'Brien all this time. I've been saying that Forest would be good with him. And what have you said to me? I don't know, Jay. I don't know. Well, guess what? Everybody seems to like it. So that's my goal. We will do it. Come on, Liam. All get rally behind Liam. Drop him a subscribe. I think you can just click his little profile and it should happen as well. Not high enough. 1,000 for start of this. 1,000. I mean, if you were going by how rates are going, we wouldn't actually be that far off.
No, I know. Let's go for 500. Bonus. If we're happy with 500, we'll be happy with anything more, won't we?
Guys, I'm happy with what we got now. I was happy with 100 at the time, but guys, I'm always going to strive for more. So if we can do 400 by maybe, okay, let's go Wednesday next week. 400 by Wednesday, 500 by the next Wednesday, and then we'll go from there. But we're always pushing, aren't we? Always pushing. Don't forget to hide Door return ticket on the way back from Germany. What is this? Is this my way of trying to get ahead? No, I can't do that to him, bless him. I did scare one of them though, because they were like, "Did you put my real name?" And one of the lads is called Billy, but his name's not actually Billy. He was like, "Did you put my actual name as the plane ticket?" I was like, "Oh no, I didn't." And honestly, it was stressing so much. I was like, "I'm joking. It's all right." Biancone's done his initiation song for the lads on Panzo's Instagram story. Oh God, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't have Instagram, so if you can send me some sort of link where I can access it, legend. And then Robert says, guys, we're going to close it in a minute. We'll say our final parting messages in just a moment. I'll be getting the work lasted subs tomorrow. Robert, legend. Thank you to all your work friends. Thank you very much. I was at the City Ground for the 1-1 draw with Man U in '94. Where you're going to see them score 3 this year. Forest against Man U on Boxing Day. Fantastic sort of players. Yeah, as can take over Doors stream then. Yeah, I'll let him take over Doors stream. Guys, come on, be nice to us.
He's got hopefully he's got some really good members on with him tonight. I'm really looking forward to his show. He's look forward. But yeah, sure.
Can't wait for Doors stream. Guys, Doors streaming in literally 5 minutes. About 20 minutes ish now. So we'll give it 5 more minutes and then we're going to drop off. Just tagged you in the video on Twitter. Ooh, Kel's on it.
She's our social media messenger.
Expert. Well, this is Callum Castelnuovo. Many of you know him on Twitter. And I'm going to put the video up to the screen now. I hope you can see that all right. And I'm going to put the sound up loud. Yeah, that's enough of that. Well, there you go. That was a little bit of Julian Biancone's initiation song. I didn't know initiation songs were a thing that Forest did, to be honest with you. But I guess they do.
It does show the rapport, doesn't it? And it shows, the banter with the players and the new guys settling in. It's really great because there's no doubt that they look at the players' character as well as their ability when they're making these signings. We won't get any big heads in there who are going to rock the boat. We're going to get people who want to play as part of the team.
Absolutely, and it's good to see that there's a good chemistry between them all together straight away. He's 22 as well, so he's a young lad like a lot of them. And Forest have got a fairly youthful team actually, so we'll give them that. Taiwo chant. I mean, is it as good as the boom boom boom? Everybody say Taiwo. That's a good one.
You know what? I really like the one that Union Berlin do for him. I won't sing it because my sing's awful, but it's
come on,
Casey and Jojo. Na 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 na. Taiwo awani Taiwo awani. Cut it there. In the stream there. You've lost all your viewers, mate. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh no, viewers are piling out because of Ez singing. Oh, we should be at 1,000 viewers now, shouldn't we, for seeing Ez sing? By the way, Ez, this is a permanent piece of history on YouTube. So for anybody referencing, this is stream number 7, video number 21. You can find Ez singing there 1 hour and 12 minutes, probably around 30 seconds in. So there you go, guys. That's a bit for you. Bit of fun there. Hopefully you're better at football than his singing. Let's hope so.
No, I'm bad at football as well. My knees are gone.
I think he means Biancone. But the same for you, Ez, because I've put you in midfield in my my fantasy league. So let's start scoring some goals, shall we? I've triple captained you, so we're privileged to be part of the Forest Golden Age. I'm gutted. My dad always talks about the Golden Age as if I know what it is.
We're doing that, aren't we? We're definitely doing a fantasy Premier League, definitely. And we'll put it in if everybody. I mean, I know you, Jay, and you're really big on giving, and I wouldn't mind, and I'd be happy to do it. See if the others are happy, but we all chip in a little bit, and then it goes to a charity. We can have some as a prize money and the rest as a charity donation if everybody's up for it. Because I think you've got enough people liking the idea that we can spread it and get a decent fantasy Premier League going. I don't know how the financials are going to work, but if everybody does want to do something like that, that'd be great.
What do we think, guys? Would we like to maybe do a bit of prize money, a bit of charity money as well? Perhaps maybe we do 75% charity money, and then you win a little bit on the side for yourself as well. What do you think, guys? Oh dear, we've got Ras here. Forest shopping at Aldi. I mean, that is a great name. So I don't know what Derby fan you are, but there you go. I would guess that is a. I'd guess that's a bit. I mean, if you are a Forest fan, it's a bit of a harsh comment. That I'm not going to put on his other comment because I think you could probably see that as Forest needs some effing quality.
I need to see how I can see the chat without.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do think that it'd be. I think we do need some more players, but I think that's a bit of a. Yeah, try not to speak like that. We try and keep our streams, you know, good. We try and keep it less swearing if we can, because, you know, there's kids watching and stuff. So just try and keep it to a minimum, guys, if you can. I appreciate that. Obviously, have your opinion, whatever, but just, you know, please try and be. I'm okay, a Forest fan. Okay, you're being harsh, but just try and keep it with the swearing and stuff, guys. Forest need. Oh, sorry, I put the wrong one on there. It was Russell laughing there. There have been some reports of Graben going to West Brom. Yeah, we're going to bring you more about that very soon, but I don't think there's anything to it just yet. I mean, anything can happen. So, Jamie, you've not heard anything about Sile Larin. I have, but I don't think JG Nottingham Post or anything really to go by. Great shout. Always happy to put £5, £10 in it. Yeah, let's do that, guys. I'll set up this fantasy prem and we will do it. How are you? 366 subscribers already. Wow, you're growing. You're going to be popular. Oh, you know what? I'd thank you so much. Appreciate that. NFFC Lucas means a lot to me. Just do charity, says Russell. Fantasy League 50-50 charity or one rule. You need 3 Forest players in your squad. Oh, I quite like that idea. Yeah, let's do that. I think a bit more to charity though, but and I think do we choose? We'll look at this a bit later on. I think. I mean, we've got to head out now because it's Door on Tours stream very soon, guys. So 84 of you in now. We smashed the 100 today. We got a max of 102 watching at one point. So guys, we smashed it today. Thank you all very much for listening. Any last comments, Ez? And I'm going to ask you for your last comments in a moment. Defo for doing Fantasy Premier League. We're going to do it. Hopefully there'll be a stream of the game. Yeah, let's hope so. And guys, just make sure Audi is class anyway. I love this comment from Alex. Audi is good, actually. So yeah, Nick, he is allowed to talk to other clubs. You're right. Guys, don't distract me because you know I want to talk more about this. Have a great evening, guys. Yes, we need Nico. We do. I'll bring you up to date with that, guys. You can follow me on my Twitter, which is just here at I'm Jamie Martin, and I'll be bringing you all transfer updates and even some like TV presentation style updates as well in the future. So let's see how it goes. 100, fantastic. Guys, have a great evening. Ez, anything else you'd like to say just before we go?
No, just as always, thank you for having me on. Thank you guys for such a great stream and your engagement and taking part and sharing and doing everything that you can to help Jamie grow his channel, because it's really important. But you know, we do that. Yeah, and also looking forward to a really busy week of signings. You know, I think there's going to be you know, some nice surprises along the way, and let's hope it's a busy week and it's all positive. And it is positive. You know, what can we say that isn't positive at the moment? You know, it's all heading in the right direction, and the club are doing amazing things. You know, I'm so proud at the moment, really proud of our club.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Ez, for joining me today. It's been great. We've got a few people leaving, heading over to Doors. So as Stanhope says, here's to us hitting 1,000 subs. Let's go for the 500 first. But guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe and comment, and please share this stream, because obviously this stream is available forever. So if you're listening next week or the week after, or maybe next year, say hi, guys, from the future. Thank you all very much for listening. It's all from me and Ez. I hope you've had a great evening. Head over to Door on Tour's channel right now. So that's Door on Tour.
See you on Door's channel, definitely.
See you on Door's channel, my friend. Glad to join, subscribe, and good luck. Thank you very much, Andrew. Have a great night. Cheers, guys.